The position of chapter youth movement leader is a very important position in your CMA chapter. You will be working with teenagers in your chapter as well as working to help them interact with the adults in the chapter. The key functions of the chapter youth movement leader are to love young people. You must be able to genuinely love teenagers because they can spot a fake right away. Young people have a way of knowing whether you really care about them or not. You must dig deep into your heart and love them in spite of the differences and even the weirdness of their ideas as they try to grow into adults. If you will put forth the effort to love them as God does, you will be well on your way to being a good youth movement leader. Find ways to build relationships. You must find time to get to know the youth in your chapter. Look for opportunities to spend time with them whenever possible. A great way to do this is on two wheels, whether it is in the dirt or on the street. It could be another activity that puts you in the life of young people, whether it is investing some time in building those relationships or just goofing off together. If you spend time with a teenager, they will trust you and you will have the opportunity to speak right into their life. Take responsibility as a spiritual mentor. You must remember that teenagers are looking for someone that they can find instruction or God's wisdom from, someone they can see the truth living in. In this role, you may have the opportunity to give answers to questions that they may have. Just be ready to speak the truth as a spiritual mentor straight into their life. Conduct a regular meeting. It is important to have regular meetings with the young people. Plan the meetings ahead of time and let them know the place and the time of the meetings. The youth will look forward to their time together and they will invite friends to come along. These meetings can be separate from or together from the regular chapter meeting. You must do what works best in your chapter and for your teenagers. Speak and work with your chapter president to arrange and make sure that you have a meeting time set aside for teenagers. Involve your group in evangelistic outreach. The CMA Youth Movement team wants to be on the cutting edge of evangelism in your area. One of the most open areas for youth at this time is off-road activities. There are motocross, dual sport events all over the country. These activities are a great atmosphere to break students into ministry on motorcycles. Set up CMA booths or offer water, have ministry materials, tracts. Have these things available to help the youth catch the vision for ministering. Look around in your area for these particular events and activities to be involved in, and get your young people there and get your chapter plugged in. Work with your local chapter to involve youth. Make sure the chapter officers know what is going on with the youth movement. We're working in cooperation with the chapter as an extension of that chapter's ministry. We're not working in any way to make a separate division for teenagers. We want them involved in the life and in the families of the CMA chapter. So communicate with the chapter leaders and members. Pass along information to be included in the newsletter and on the chapter website. Everyone should know what is happening with the youth movement in your chapter. Network with other chapters' youth movement leaders. Work with the other youth leaders in your state to see what's working for them. Plan times where you can get the different youth movement groups together. This creates an excitement that will help grow and build one another up. Working together before and during your state rallies and at the seasons of refreshing will provide an exceptional time of ministry for your young people. Help connect youth with the national youth movement. There are activities at all the CMA national events where youth from all over the country come together for a great time of fun and fellowship and worship. Let your students know about youth movement information on the national website and in the Heartbeat articles. Let your youth know about upcoming CMA youth mission trips overseas or upcoming national youth outreach opportunities. Encourage your students to be a part of these national activities so that they can see a larger vision of what they are involved in. You are doing a very important job as a youth movement leader in your chapter, and we appreciate your commitment to this very special calling to our students.